He's back, which means I need to subject him to some question time.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Mimei Rando.
Ho ho.
VLOGMAS. Okay, I asked you guys in a comment on my last video for questions, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work out because I don't know how many of you guys check out the comment section at all. But let's see what you guys have said, because I usually ask on Twitter and I know that some of you guys don't use Twitter, so this time I asked on YouTube. The first one is, what are your thoughts on Yuri on Ice? My thoughts are yes, please.
I've only
please.
seen the first episode and it ends with him seeing that Russian guy's penis. Yuri! So I'm not sure.
You don't want any of that Russian D. What do you think about Playing with Fire by Blackpink? I think it is on fire. What do you think about it?
Which one's that? Which one of the songs is that you play all the time? Yeah, I know. Wasn't this like your alarm? Or was that a different one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's what
and then I got a new phone and it wasn't on the phone, so my alarm didn't go off. Very strange lighting today, guys. I'm sorry. I ask this to...
Sorry.
I ask this to everyone because I'm a Republican. But what do you think of your fans that are of different political positions than you? Oh, also they named their Rowlet Duncan. I called my Rowlet Penguin.
What?
In Pokemon. So what do you think of your fans or viewers who have different political positions or opinions to you?
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, as long as you're not harming people or discriminating or, you know, just making people feel like shit.
Being a YouTuber, you really get to see a different side of freedom of speech, right? You have to really accept that people can say whatever they want. Right underneath the video you worked really hard on about whatever they want to talk about, and I think it really kind of strengthens your understanding of freedom of speech. When it comes to political opinions, that also is true, you know, everyone is entitled to believe what they believe, and hopefully it's not something that is, you know, harming anybody. That's what I would hope. My religion is kindness, but yeah, I mean, you have different opinions and that's fine. Cinnamon's like, I voted Trump.
Oh shit. He sounds angry.
I'm gonna let him in.
He's like, don't tell them that.
He doesn't want you guys to know.
Oh, little punk boy. Oh,
He's lonely.
He missed his papa.
Why are you lonely?
He missed.
Oh, kissed you.
You don't miss. Did you miss your papa?
Hi Mimei, since you vlog a lot all around Tokyo, have you ever got a problem when filming people? Have you ever been someone who... Have there ever been someone who... This is a disaster. Okay, I'm just going to answer the question as I understand it. But it didn't happen. Hi baby.
It's because you're a good boy.
Pinky? Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
No one's had a problem with me filming, but I think that would be mainly because I'm not filming people. Like, I'm definitely not filming people, and especially children. I go out of my way to make sure that I don't film them. So yeah.
And you try to do your best to like blur them out, or either just make sure it's just the back of their head, so you don't know who it is.
I'll often like cut stuff out because it has people's faces in it. And also there's actually a blur tool on the YouTube video editor, so you can go in and blur out people's faces if they have a problem with it.
So you don't have to like delete it and re-upload it.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't. They've added that
filter.
filter. They've added that feature, so it's actually really, really handy if you have a problem with that. Do you read much? Do I read much?
You read lots.
Only like every day. I don't talk about it a lot on this channel, but I am a crazy
Avid reader.
Yeah, I'm a very avid reader.
Avid reader.
I love books.
I read your comments.
Duncan, what's your favourite comic book of the year?
I've been like this year, half of the year I haven't read comics, so they're kind of the same as what it was last year. So it's either Stray Bullets, Southern Bastards, probably.
My favourite book from this year it's a very emotionally intense book, so I don't necessarily recommend it. It depends on you if you're going to enjoy it or not. It's called A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, who's a Hawaiian author.
Please read it so she can talk to someone about
Yes,
it. She tried to get me to read it and everyone she knows.
I was going to say that, like, please, if you read it based on my recommendation, hit me up on Twitter so that we can talk about it. I've had no one to talk to about this book. I've recommended it to all my friends and none of them have picked it up. Understandably, because it does deal with some pretty heavy stuff. It is emotionally draining. It will wreck you.
Not ready for that.
It will wreck you. I guarantee it will wreck you if you read it. But if you're into that...
I'm already wrecked. Can you add an effect of me like going...
You're doing it yourself. I don't need to add an effect. It's not like a perfect book. There is no perfect book, but to me, it's the #1 book of this year for me. Oh my god, so good. So good. Someone please read it and just hit me up on Twitter so we can chat about it, because I have so many feels. So many feels.
Maybe someone has read it, you never know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was nominated for the Booker Prize, so that might give you a hint as to the kind of book it is. It is very long and quite heavy going, but it's so good. It is so good, guys. Will you cut your fringe again? I used to love it. Now it's gone. Please cut it again. Oh, and BTW, I love you. Thank you, Anthony. I'm glad that someone liked my fringe because I got so many comments about how bad it was. So the problem with my fringe is, while it did a great job at covering up my acne scarring, so I always liked to hide that behind it, I just couldn't keep it looking good. And when you're on camera a lot of the time, that really, you know, like this guy, perfect hair, right? Like... I can't even. He's got the perfect hair. But for me, it's really hard to keep it from getting all separated and gross. So I don't know. Maybe it will come back. I miss it a lot. But I'm trying really hard to gaman and to grow it out right now.
I don't really care about hair that much, you know. That's not my problem. I don't have problems with it, so...
You don't have problems with it. Duncan, do you have a favourite Japanese word? Is it a no?
No,
I think his favourite Japanese word is chunibyo.
I was gonna say that, but like, it's not... I don't use it that much.
I'm so not having it with this lining. This is horrible. I feel I've failed. My favourite Japanese word is fun.
You do that all the time.
I do it to him all the time. I'm just like, no. Have you ever been to the UK, Duncan?
I lived there for like 13 years.
I have never...
So yes.
Yeah, he has. I have never been and I'm dying to go. I almost just like went and bought a ticket the other day, but I'm not going to do that because I don't have the money. But I had this like real big urge to just buy a ticket and fly over there and see my friends over there, but...
Not tell me.
Yeah. We were having like a really bad day that day.
Were you just gonna like Goodwill Hunting me, like gone to England to catch a girl?
Oh yeah, I was gonna go to England to catch a girl. You know who you are. Okay, that's a better shot.
Screw that.
Okay, I got a few comments about like what do you do when you're feeling down in the dumps to kind of feel positive again.
I look at a picture of Cocaine Cat.
I have a lot of ways of dealing with stress and depression and feeling down in the dumps, and I think that the more ways that you can have of dealing with it, the more options you have for when you feel like that. So sometimes just taking a walk, getting outside, even if you're feeling anxious, can be really, really good. You can just put in your music and you don't have to like interact with anyone. You can just be in your own little world, just hanging out, listen to some good music that can scientifically help. Sometimes you just need to eat some really healthy, nutritious food and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or maybe something without caffeine, something that you really love, and take a little break, because I think everyone is a bit too hard on themselves. You know, I have a lot of friends who are studying for the JLPT right now and they are like just being so hard on themselves, and they're studying all hours of the day, and like, of course get that study time in, but make sure that you're getting brain food, make sure that you're having little breaks here and there, and make sure that you're not letting yourself feel too down. Okay guys, and also watching YouTube.
If I go for a walk, I'll listen to Pantera or early Metallica. That usually does or Tool. Those like my calming music.
Why do I look so white? I can't figure it out. What am I doing?
You are
wrong?
white.
I'm not this white though.
No, I know you're not that white.
What's your favourite Miyazaki film?
Ashitaka! What one's that? Mononoke Hime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I like that one
That one's so like up and weird. In the trailer there's that scene where the guy's both his arms just get cut off, and I was like, this movie,
oh my God,
I'm gonna love.
The first 10 minutes of that movie are so brutal.
I know, and they showed that in the trailer in Japan on TV, and I was like, I need to see this movie. I think it was when it came out, and I was like, what? wow.
My favourite one is actually Howl's Moving Castle, although I do love a lot of Ghibli films. And here is the one question that we get asked the most. The most. That's right, I've left it till the end in the hopes that you guys will watch the whole video.
They just skip to this question.
What language do you speak with Duncan at home? This is the first time we are answering this question. What language do we speak at home? It's actually kind of a complicated answer because I came to Japan primarily to learn Japanese and also because I wanted to see my favorite rock bands perform live. But
I want to speak English.
So the reason I say this is like complicated is because while Duncan feels more comfortable speaking English and he always wants to be speaking English with me, he'll often throw in Japanese words. It's called code switching, I think, which is the linguistic term for it is code switching, which is when, you know, you are bilingual like Duncan and you like mix up different languages together. And because we both understand English and Japanese, we do a lot of that. The words he throws in are usually the really high level complicated ones that I often just do not understand. I'm just like, nani sore? Yumi wakanne. And it's like really high level Japanese words that he maybe doesn't know in English. So the way we talk in front of the camera when I'm doing English videos is we try not to do that.
Yeah, I think my Japanese is like getting a bit bad. I don't really go
His
outside.
Japanese is getting worse because he refuses to speak Japanese to me.
I don't speak Japanese with her, and I barely go outside, and don't have much human interaction. So I think I said it in one of my PDS on videos, but like the only time I speak Japanese really is in my videos, which is probably not good. Before I met Mimei and before there was YouTube, I didn't get to speak English at all. Like that's why I started YouTube, to speak so I could speak English.
And look how you ended up with a Japanese channel, with a hugely successful Japanese channel.
That's really weird. Yeah, that's money it's always in Japanese.
When
like
we count.
It's like ichimai. Do you have ichimaien? I'm not gonna say who it was, but I heard someone say 10 man.
What does that mean? Like man 10?
No, ju man. Like 10. What is it? 100,000 yen?
100,000 yen, and they said 10 man.
I was like, wait, what? What's 10?
That's some serious code switching.
Yeah,
right
I know.
there.
I was like really confused for a second.
Yeah, there are a few words also that do not exist in English, like stuff like gaman or bimyo or chunibyo or just stuff like that we will pepper those words in the conversations
the one you use on me a lot is kimoi.
That exists in English. Yeah, I think I would probably use more Japanese at home than you do.
Yeah.
Because I am very passionate about the language.
I'm a British boy in and out.
Any of you guys who are bilingual or trilingual or a million lingual, let me know in the comments what language you use at home. Do you speak just one language with your parents and another language outside of the house? Because, you know, this isn't really anything super special. I think that like most people in the world are actually bilingual. Like being monolingual is the exception to the rule. So let me know.
Pineapple piece.
Cinnamon. No, it's Duncan Cam. It's time to open the Advent calendar. Today is day 5. Where is 5? 5. I cannot find 5. It's 5. There it is. What do we get? Oh, that's the boring Stormtrooper. And the chocolate is... I have no idea what that is.
Hello, hello, hello. It's me from the future come to open up today's Advent calendar. I'll explain everything eventually. Today's Advent is... It's Passed Out Phil. To be honest, this calendar is beginning to scare me a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. Okay. Yeah. This is my chocolate. Bye-bye, chocolate. Mimei from the future wants to let you guys know that there are some very, very good things coming. That's right, good things. See you tomorrow.